Shooting from the lip on this Tuesday night here at Baxter's 942 in the Highlands. Doing it up again. Tonight, 3 segments. First segment tonight, we are promoting the 6th annual Tailspin Ale Fest, Winter Warmer Beer Festival. It's a mouthful, guys. Presented by Cox's and Evergreen Liquors. This event is Saturday, February 16th at Bowman Field. I've got Omar Elayan.
Close enough.
Say it.
Elayan.
All right, my bad. What the hell? Trevor Cravens.
Yes.
And Mike Fisk.
That's it.
We get to talk about, because each of you all kind of bring your own thing to this event.
Yeah, we all play very, very different roles in the event, actually.
Trevor runs it. Omar and I just go to have fun.
Well, that's a good, nice segue.
Yeah.
Trevor.
Right. I run the event. They bust my balls, and then I
get first talk. Let's. What is this event?
So Tailspin Ale Fest, we started it 6 years ago. Tisha Gainey and I, we came up with it at a bar. No surprise. And we wanted to have a beer festival in Louisville in the winter. We didn't have. We had been to tons of events around the country. We didn't see one that was a winter warmer event, which is typically an event where you have higher ABV beers, more of your winter styles like stouts and porters and barrel-aged stuff. And so we came up with Tailspin, and we decided we were going to do it in mid-February, after Super Bowl was over, before March Madness started up. And so, of course, we picked an outdoor location, which made perfect sense. At Bowman Field. We were originally in the hangar, and we've been doing it for 6 years now. So the event has grown tremendously. We partnered with Dare to Care on the event, and we've come to learn that one of our main goals and concerns with the event is to raise money for Dare to Care, and we've done just over $50,000 so far.
Oh wow!
And that's a big goal for us every year, is to continue to increase and build on that. Initially when we started, the event was really about exposing Louisville to more craft beer. Let's elevate craft beer in the city of Louisville. Well, I mean, we've seen not only in Louisville, but in the state of Kentucky, craft beer has expanded tremendously. Kentucky, actually, I saw this yesterday, was one of the number 1 states for year-over-year growth in number of breweries. So we were up 43% in number of breweries year over year, and I'd like to think, or I hope that Tailspin Ale Fest in some way had some small part in that, at least in Louisville, just in exposing people to all the varieties of beers and all the people you meet in brewing and in beer. We get a lot of great breweries, and people like Omar and Mike out there come out and support, and they put the time in and talk about their beers and their products. Well, Omar talks about his beers and their products, and really get to connect with people, and we have a lot of fun while we're doing it. It's in an airplane hangar. It's 350 or so beers.
Yeah.
About 85 breweries. There's silent disco, live music. There's food trucks going on. We'll have flying axes this year, which is a sort of a concern when we first thought about it, but
insurance policy definitely went up on that.
It's
what kind of a deductible is going on there?
Well, it's they can't. It was not our idea necessarily, but it's been a lot of fun over the years, and we're glad to be able to bring it back.
Yeah, I think I can proudly say, when it comes to Louisville and probably even the state, we don't have to take a back seat when it comes to the food, culinary, and drink.
No,
not at all.
No, we're up front with the rest of the country, or actually worldly. So, Mike, let me tell you, because you're still you're a local guy. We'll bring the outsider in in a minute. But Mike, you're with Smokers Outlet and Evergreen Liquors.
Yep, Cox's and Evergreen.
Mm-hmm.
I personally manage the stores and kind of wear a couple different hats. I do most of our beer relationships and do a lot of our marketing and events. So I kind of tie into both these guys on a day-to-day basis. But no, I've known Trevor and Tish for about 4 years now, I guess. We partnered with them on another beer festival in J-Town. I think we're going on
4 years.
4 years, isn't it? Yeah, this will be, if we sign on this year, it'll
Started
be
with
4 years.
another.
So yeah,
We'll see how Tailspin goes.
we'll see where Tailspin lands us. But yeah, I met them about 4 years ago and signed on with them with J-Town, and this year kind of opened up with Tailspin, and Trevor called me and asked me if I'd be interested in talking to him about this opportunity. And I'm a big fan of what they do from a partnership, from a event perspective. I mean, they run some of the premier events in the city.
I can tell.
And Tailspin's one of them. I've enjoyed Tailspin in multiple ways for multiple years, and but Cox's, we're a family-owned local Louisville business. Our owner.
How long has that been in?
About 26 years.
Yeah.
So our owner, he grew up in Okolona, one of 10 in his family, and started Cox's from nothing and kind of grew it to where it is. Evergreen Liquors is another family-owned business that's been around for almost 60 years now, and Evergreen, or Cox, has had the opportunity to...
Evergreen, that's in the Middletown?
In Middletown, yep. We acquired them. We had the opportunity to acquire them about 2.5 years ago.
Gotcha.
So it was a good acquisition for us to kind of give us another aspect to our company and continue to have a local family-owned feel to both Cox's and Evergreen. So it's a easy partnership with them, I guess. I mean, they kind of do everything for you, and you kind of just show up and have a good time. But makes perfect sense for us. I mean, January, February, from a liquor store side, is kind of a dead period. It's kind of after the holiday buzz and before really the spring takes off and everything. So it's kind of a good time to get some additional business and additional exposure and everything throughout the city. And I mean, Tailspin has been an unbelievable festival. I mean,
I think our mission statement is, we kill your New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, basically. That should work. It's about right.
Or definitely test them for sure.
Test them. But no, I mean, you guys have been ranked. This is what? You guys are ranked. I don't want to misspeak on this one.
Our fifth year. We're ranked as a top 10 beer festival in the country.
Are you serious? In the country?
In the country.
Really?
It's a USA Today Reader's Choice poll. So we depend heavily on our readers here to help us achieve that. But that just goes to show you the kind of support that Louisville puts behind their local businesses.
Absolutely.
It's well deserved. It's a unique festival.
Yeah, it's a super unique festival. But I mean, from our side, the partnership makes perfect sense. I mean, it's kind of a dead period for us, so we have an opportunity to really kind of expand our exposure throughout the city during a slower time for us to kind of grow business. But then at the same time, we kind of pride ourselves on our liquor, wine, craft beer selection and stuff in the city, and we're one of the few companies that kind of have a big enough footprint to really push something with this festival, with a festival of this size. So we do business with, I'd say, 90% of those breweries that are out there at the festival. So it makes it's a great opportunity for us to gain some exposure with the craft beer drinkers of the world in Louisville, and really kind of piggyback on one of the best festivals that is in the area for the year. So it makes a lot of sense for us.
Enter Omar. Omar, you guys. Rheingeist?
Yeah, Rheingeist.
Out of Cincinnati.
Yes, sir. We're in over the Rhine in Cincinnati.
Keep going.
Well, first I want to touch on something that Trevor said. Sorry, Trevor.
What did I miss?
No, they decided to have their winter festival, beer festival, and I believe the first year was 65 and sunny out.
It was perfect.
It was
spring weather, summer weather. It was awesome.
I have a fantastic personal story on that Tailspin. If we want to go into that
February
later.
Has it always been February?
It's always been mid-February.
All right. So
another personal story, Mike. I was actually looking for a career change at the time of the first Tailspin Festival, and I came as a guest. I actually won tickets from a Yelp giveaway, and I loved it so much, and I was like, I want to be in beer. So the next day I sent my resume to a few people, and long story short, Tailspin got me into the beer world. So I have a special thanks to give to.
Okay.
I think half his salary is owed to Trevor and Tish.
Oh, wow.
Well, he gives it back.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's some payback.
He pays forward, yeah. But, go ahead.
No, our brewery, we just turned 5 last year, so we're about to come up on our 6th anniversary. We've grown pretty quickly, I would say.
That is a badass beard, too, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Work hard. I tried to shave it once. My wife said, hell no. Anyway, going on 6 years. We started out as a 5-man team. I think we're over 300 employees now.
Oh, wow.
Our first year, we did something like 3,000 barrels of beer. In 2018, we did over 100,000 barrels. So, I mean, the growth has just been astronomical. But, Rheingeist, since you were asking about the name, we're in a neighborhood called Over the Rhine. It's a small, older German neighborhood in Cincinnati. Got the name because they thought they were going... A valley in the neighborhood made the German inhabitants think they were going over the Rhine River back in Germany. So, hence the neighborhood name. Geist means ghost in German. Our building was built in 1895. We felt like we were bringing life back to an old brewing facility. So, Ghost of the Rhine or Ghost of the River. That's where our name came from. But to Tailspin. I think this is our 4th year being involved with Tailspin.
Yes, the
Awesome.
4th year. The premiered as every year we do a new brewery sort of feature, and that was the first year they were involved, and it's grown ever since.
Tish and Trevor are just a couple beer nerds that wanted to throw a party for their beer-loving friends, and it turned into this.
What's wrong with that?
You
No,
should
it's
see
awesome.
the stash of kegs in my garage. This is all a big selfish party.
I'm looking at this. There will be over 75 local and national American craft breweries on tap with over 250 beers. That sound
You
right?
don't have to drink all of them.
Yeah, you shouldn't. We don't recommend you drink all of them.
but
We don't recommend you try and get to all of them.
I'm also looking at the breakdown here for the ticket. Share with that. You said the VIP is...
VIP is sold out.
Yeah.
Well, we still have general admission tickets left. They're $50 each. We do so every year. We start with a pre-sale event, which we had at Evergreen. It was a hugely successful event where we sold tickets for $40 plus tax. Tickets are now $50 plus tax, and they're going quickly. It's kind of one of those things. They started out fast, and they sort of level off after Christmas, and now they're starting to pick up again.
Right.
So that's a ticket option, and then we've also got the designated driver ticket. We really encourage safety. I want everybody to have a safe ride or designated ride. And on that note, we offer a shuttle program. So we have shuttles from 8 different locations around Louisville and in New Albany.
Oh, wow.
It's a fantastic deal. For $15, you get a round-trip ride to the event. You get basically no line access to the event because your tickets are scanned at your shuttle location, and you get wristbanded.
Right.
And we have a brand new shuttle drop-off location, so you really don't wait in line anymore. And then you also get a pint and a bite or something of that equivalent that we provide at the shuttle locations. So you're getting a beer, a little bit of food, and a round trip ride to Tailspin. It's for $15. It's a pretty fantastic deal, and we just do it to pay for the shuttles, and it alleviates the need for people to drive to the event, which was our main concern when we started it. But it's been really popular.
So with the admission to this, you get a tasting.
So you'll get a sample glass. So you get about a 5-ounce glass that you can take around. You get a sample card. So if you were to come to the event, you would get your glass, you would get your sample card, you would walk into the event, and you'll see 85 breweries around, and you walk up to any brewery and you're like, I want to try your Rheingeist Truth, and you give them your glass, you give them your sample card, they make a little mark on your card, give you a sample, and then if you like it, you have some more, or you try something else, or you dump it out, or you keep going. So
Now, is there a limit to the sample?
So yeah, so Kentucky has some rather ambiguous laws about how much you're able to do in the sampling. So we, in conversations we've had with the Kentucky ABC, we've sort of settled on 40 samples. So you get 40 samples. I've never had,
Which, believe me, is more
in
than
6
more
years,
than enough beer at this event.
Never had anyone come back to me and
If you
say,
drink 40 samples, you're definitely going to need a ride home.
and so you
Sounds pretty
get more than enough. And you can, you take time out, you go to the silent disco, you go to listen to the band, you go get some food at the food trucks, you visit some of the other vendors around. It's a really great, just a social event. It's a great day date, or just go hang out with your friends for 4 hours and have a good time.
I want to add something to that. You have 85 breweries there and over 250 beers. And people say, oh, well, I've had Truth or I've had Bubbles. These breweries aren't bringing just their everyday stuff that you can go pick up off the shelves.
Right.
As a beer rep, we want to impress people. We bring the heat. We bring the all-stars. This is some rare stuff that's getting tapped at Tailspin. So don't think you're just getting a six-pack that you can get on the shelves at Cox's or
this is
a good point.
Some of this stuff is stuff you're not going to be able to find outside of Tailspin for a lot of things. I mean, some of the beers that show up, and we joke about the 40 beer limit, or 40 samples, but as Trevor said earlier, these are high-gravity beers. I mean, some of these things are big beers.
Right, yeah.
If you drink, like we joke about, but you drink 40 of them, you're going to be
So, for
in a
instance,
good
what
business.
do we know at Rheingeist, just some of the...
We have some cool stuff. We're going to bring Alpha Squid, which is a hazy IPA or a New England style IPA.
I've never even heard of.
That's all the rage.
Exactly.
I feel like everybody has to make a hazy IPA now just to be legitimate. But
Hey, bro.
yeah.
But that's
The haze craze.
You bring up a point that even at these events that you've been doing, this will be the 6th annual, there's still stuff that will be new to you.
So that's the beauty of the event. You can go try something without committing to a 6-pack or a $6 pint.
Exactly, right.
So you really get to sort of, now, whether or not you can take notes and decipher what you had later in the day, that's not on us. But
yeah.
No, you'll definitely try some extremely unique beers. I mean, I know a lot of some breweries go out there and they may make something specifically for this event that you may not even see elsewhere anyway. So, I mean, there's you'll definitely try some unique stuff, and it's not going to be your everyday beer festival. I mean, it's definitely a unique festival that's got some unique stuff on it.
I'm going to rattle off some of the other items. You got local food trucks, but elaborate more on the Dare to Care part. You're doing a raffle with them and all that.
we do several programs to raise money, either directly for Dare to Care or through the event through Dare to Care. So one of the main things we do, we sell paper steins for $1 at all the Cox's locations. 100% of that money goes to Dare to Care. And then at the event itself, we have a raffle. There'll be some really cool, unique items. We're looking at some outdoor adventures in Kentucky. We've got gift cards to different restaurants and Cox's. I don't know how to explain it. It's a very unique raffle in terms of what we have, because it's really just people who want to be involved with the event and they want to give to Dare to Care, and we take a lot of different items. So we've had everything from trips to the 420 Fest in Atlanta to $500 gift cards to stores around town. So all that money as well, every raffle ticket sold also goes to Dare to Care, and then we contribute as an event to Dare to Care every year as well. So, what we figured out, and this is where Dare to Care got really started to make sense and get important to us, as we learn more about what they do and their mission. Tisha and I alone, I could never contribute $10,000 in a year to Dare to Care.
Right.
But if I can bring together this community and, between 5,000 people attending Tailspin and the businesses that we work with, and we all get a little bit, we can do something pretty significant for Dare to Care.
You're still doing your part to contribute.
And it took a year or so to really start to figure that out.
Right.
And once we did, that's when we sort of got laser focused on what can we do, what else can we do, how do we raise money for Dare to Care? It's an important program. It's important to this community in Kentucky, and they're a great organization. So we're happy to work with them.
Pinup girls ready for close-up selfie shots.
That's Omar. It's,
Omar in a bikini, he's ready to go right next to a plane.
That
20-degree weather.
being a single guy, that kind of sounds kind of interesting.
we're in a World War II airplane hangar. We're next to a World War II airplane hangar, so we sort of go with the theme of Tailspin. And then in that era, you had the pinup girls. They painted on the side of the planes, and they kept the pilots enthused.
That makes sense.
So we've got local sort of burlesque models who dress up as pinup girls. Very tastefully. They're in like aviator suits, and then we have a professional photographer who comes out and they walk around. They get photos. Right. You get some fun shots for the event.
I think some of my burlesque friends have enlightened me they're participating in this. So yeah, there you go. That was your idea? Really?
It was definitely my idea.
I like it.
I meant he was the pinup girl.
Yeah. Oh God!
I will not be in a dress, but you can take selfies with me anyway.
You got live entertainment as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
This year it's 100. Well, we're bringing back 100% poly.
They did a great job last year.
Last year was the first year we'd ever done a cover band, and everybody had so much fun with that group in particular that we just said we got to bring them back at least one more time and see how it goes.
That tent was rocking.
Yeah, we'll have so they'll be back this year, as well as MC Johnny, who's always a
That's
fun
Trevor's
guy.
stage name.
Yes.
MC John. What's the silent disco thing? What is that?
It's one of the greatest things to watch, probably ever in human history.
It has got to be some of the best people watching. Have you never seen a silent disco?
No, I'm not.
All right,
Help me.
So these beautiful headphones we have on right now, and no one else can hear what's inside of them.
Yeah.
If you're standing around us, there's music playing in these headphones, and all 100 people doing, and we keep going back to this, but after you have your 40 samples of beer, you're more likely to dance a little heavier than heavier before.
Yeah.
If you don't have the headphones on, it's not audible to you. So
Yeah, you don't hear anything if
Right.
you're outside. So if you're just sitting there watching, you're watching 100+ people dancing to nothing.
So I'll take it's actually going a step further, so that the headphones actually have 2 channels on them.
Yeah.
So we have 2 DJs playing the event. So depending on what channel your headphones are on,
It's not in sync
I
with-
might be dancing to something,
Yeah.
and Mike and Omar are dancing to something totally different.
Yeah.
And-
But that visual.
Yeah, no, the 3 of us dancing, or
Extremely entertaining.
Yeah. I like that.
We had so last year we had a surprise visit. Actually, Nappy Roots showed up at our event.
Oh wow.
They were invited by one of the breweries. I didn't know they were coming, and they went over to the silent disco and took over the DJ booth for like 20 minutes. And I think I was off. I don't know, probably cleaning something, or I wasn't there when it happened, but I went back over, and there's this huge influx of people around the silent disco, and I'm like, what's going on over there? Is it a fight? What's happening? And somebody's like, I don't know, man. Nappy Roots is on the DJ booth.
That is awesome.
I'm like, holy shit.
And you had no idea they were
I
going to
had
be.
no idea they were coming. I think it was Dry Grounds were friends with them and invited them there. So we pray they're coming back.
Any other surprises you think? Are you aware of any?
No, I know Mayor Fisher will be there this year.
Oh, okay.
He tries to make it
Very similar to Nappy Roots. I mean, it's
Yes,
Very
he'll
similar
also
reception.
take over the DJ booth. I know you'll do great, Mayor. I'm sure he's listening, actually.
We'll definitely make sure he gets a copy of this show.
So he's coming out, and I don't have any surprises that I can talk about, at least not
Okay.
yet.
Give us. What was that? Say it again.
I said tease.
Tease.
Yeah.
Just the tip. Just the tip. You want to give a shout out to sponsors, partners as well?
Wow. Well, we have so many so many great partners for this event. So first, let me give a shout out to Ryan Geist, awesome partner of ours, Cox's and Evergreen. We're so happy that they stepped up this year and were able to do this with us. we're doing promo events with them at all the locations, and we actually do have a little surprise coming up at some of the Cox's locations in about 2 weeks.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. I think it's going to go really well. Our featured breweries, Rheingeist, obviously, West Six, New Belgium, Sweetwater, Sun King, Terrapin, Against the Grain, who's new with us this year. Our bar partners, Drake's they're actually the silent disco sponsor, and Hopcat's doing our last chance party on February the 15th. They're having Rheingeist party with what we hope are the last tickets for Tailspin will be available at Hopcat on February 15th with the Rheingeist. Knock Bar, we're doing some really fun stuff with James and Knock Bar. We're having some bingo over there, and I think a spelling bee. We're having a flying axes tournament.
Whoa. Bingo and a spelling bee.
Well, they're two separate events.
Okay.
So the Tailspin is actually a parade. It's a parade of events that leads up to the finale.
It's kind of like the Kentucky Derby Festival.
Yeah, we have
that
like
week
event.
yeah.
2
months.
we do like 25,
I like that.
roughly 25 to 30 promotional events.
Wow.
And then ESPN, Louisville Magazine, and Leo are all great media partners. Middleton Reitlinger keeps us out of trouble, so we really appreciate them.
So you're a law firm? Is that a law firm?
That's a law firm, yeah. They keep us out of trouble.
Very important client.
We like to keep them happy. And, of course, Dare to Care. This is they really helped us get this off the ground, so we're eternally grateful to them.
Yep.
Last words, guys. Omar?
Yeah, a couple of the events coming up. We were talking about the parade of events. February 13th, Wednesday, we'll be at Evergreen Liquors. Hopefully all the tickets are sold by then. Buy tickets now. And if you do miss out, come to Evergreen, hang out with us. We'll have some cool beers on tap, and we'll be giving away a pair of tickets. Thursday the 14th, we'll be at Drake's in the Paddock Shops doing a little Valentine's Day promo with Bubbles. Bring your sweetheart.
That would be it.
You might win a cool date on Saturday to Tailspin. And then Friday night is the last chance party with Forecastle at Hopcat. And that beer lineup is pretty stellar, if I do say so myself.
I was asking how many taps are we putting on that night?
We started at 10, and then we dropped an extra one in there.
Oh, geez, dude.
Yeah, and $3 from every pint that night goes to the Forecastle Foundation.
That's correct. $3 from every pint will go to the Forecastle Foundation that night.
Come to
Dude,
Hopcat
man.
on the 15th. It'll be fun.
It'll be a good time.
I mean, you are like setting a precedent here.
No, I tell you what's happening.
big time.
My marriage is in trouble. We have so many promo events between now
Big
and then.
time.
So at that silent auction, actually, you can win a date with Trevor.
Yeah.
You can skip Tinder and Bumble, go straight to.
I'm glad we went with the raffle and not the silent auction. Though. I feel like I don't really want to put a value on it.
Yeah, there you go.
What would your value be?
Well, that's the problem.
If you had to put a value,
I'm afraid we
on it,
wouldn't
what
put a
would the value
minimum.
be?
I mean, we wouldn't beat the minimum. That's what I'm afraid. I'm glad we're going the raffle route.
40 samples can make people do some crazy
was
things,
gonna
Trevor.
say.
You don't know.
Social media, websites, people. Where can people find you guys?
So tailspinalefest.com. Facebook is Tailspin Ale Fest. You'll find us there, and then you'll find us. Definitely go to Tailspin Ale Fest /events. That will be all of the events we have coming up, all of the chances to win tickets. I think we've still got 5 or 6 chances to win tickets at the Cox's and Evergreens locations.
We're actually getting ready we're going to launch probably fairly soon a text to win campaign at all the Cox's and Evergreen locations where you can win 2 VIP tickets, which again are completely sold out. So there's only going to be a few opportunities left to get VIP tickets with whether it's ourselves at Cox's or Evergreen or at some of the other sponsor locations, sponsor events. That's going to be your only shot to get some of these VIP tickets, which are well worth the ticket. So
This event gets the label, the hashtag label, badass. It really is. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm blown away. Look at it.
Well, we got to get you there.
Well, let's. I want to. I would definitely want to be there. Again, Tailspin Ale Fest 2019. It's February 16th at the historic Bowman Field. You can buy tickets at Tailspin Fest. tailspinalefest.com. 150 plus beers, food trucks, live music. Win a date with
Trevor.
Omar. Omar and Trevor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, double date.
It's dangerous.
Proceeds. Dare to Care is involved for the proceeds. You can find these guys on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Guys, best of luck. It's always fun hanging out with
Cheers.
you.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
Good luck, man.
Enjoy the rest of your beer.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.